Yesterday, I went to a movie, Spider-Man with my daughter, and because I caught a cold in the night, I had all these. I took the medicine for cold, but I also wrote down my will because you never know. So in that way, COVID is an extremely harsh blessing because then you appreciate each and every day that you have on the planet. Otherwise, it just would, if we did not have these contrasts, we just will not be able to appreciate. And when you have the contrast, when you have, um, I was in some meeting with Russians, and half the room was vaccinated, half the room was divided into non-vaccinated. And when I told the lady on the table that I and my wife we were vaccinated, for 5 seconds she was really happy. You guys are stupid. You don't know, but within 4 to 6 months, you will get hit. And everyone gets hit with something always within 4 to 6 months. So, not a big deal. But these thoughts of death and suffering, they make us grow. They make us more appreciative. If we repeat the same thing, because life goes very slowly at times, we stop appreciating when death and these changes are in our face. We're able to appreciate. That is the key. We are able to appreciate our life and what we can do on this planet. And suffering, like the suffering of Saint Sebastian behind me, suffering is there when it has a meaning to it. It's okay on this planet to have a depression. It's okay to have suffering. It's okay to feel bad, but give it some higher meaning. If you suffer from the fact that you don't have the latest car or the biggest house, those we all know are stupid things. Then that suffering is a useless suffering. When we are able to use our suffering to be appreciative and to channel our suffering for prayers for others who have, no matter what you have, there are thousands and million types of people who have million times less than you. And yeah, the world is changing, is very freaky place. Because I had the cold, so even without the cold, I would have been watching Netflix. So I have the Netflix addiction. And one of the series out there on Netflix is Coulter coming out or something like that. Coulter, Coulter. Coulter is some uh, is some huge, like good looking. Uh, someone is wanting to get in. Coulter happens to be Coulter is a good looking Caucasian male, and he is he in this series. In the series, he comes out, or some people are not able to get in. I don't know. I mean, all I can ask people is to try to log in again. But the fact is that this whole series is about a person who is showing to the world, and he was a hero in The Bachelorette. He's good looking, he's Caucasian, he's a famous like athlete, and the whole series is about him declaring to the world, I'd like to have sex who have the same biological organs as me. When And I feel that I'm in a different world. When I was growing up, all the stories, these are all stories, have got a hero. And the hero has got to be doing something heroic for others. And most of the stories are with heroes who give up. They're meant as a moral lesson. So the stories are meant with heroes who are even dying, or going through a huge amount of pain, like Jesus, like Saint Sebastian, for others. So that was the story. That's the key story that in different ways is given out in all societies. And now we have these serials. What people saying, you know what, I'm going to be really, really brave, and I'm going to admit to myself, which I already have, and to everyone on the planet. And somehow this day was when I was 6, I thought that I was different. There's no one on the planet when they were 6 or 7, when you're getting consciousness of you, did not think that they were different. It doesn't happen. So we live in a very strange times when there is no culture of true heroism. A hero is someone who goes through pain and suffering and does it for others, not for his or her own ego. That's the one mandate. If you go through a lot of suffering only for your own, no matter how much suffering you go, but whatever you achieved is only for you, even if it is enlightenment, it is not a heroic story. There's going to be no square or something named after you. But whatever you do, it's for the common good, then you are going to be called a hero. And everyone is a hero or a heroine of your own personal life, given. But this path to suffering, so all the suffering that you have is based on a common misunderstanding. The misunderstanding that whatever you are seeing is good or bad. So you're giving it a judgment. And whatever is good or bad is happening to your body. And your body has got relationships, has got events. Think of your body as a ship, and in front of you is a huge ocean. Mahasagar, it is called mega ocean. And this mega ocean that you have to cross in this body is of this material world, and it's such a huge ocean that you may need to change your ships during the journey. Once more, close your eyes now. In the palm of my hand, think of it as being the center of your heart. And in the center of our heart, there is a spark, a golden spark, which is carried by everything and everyone in existence, even if it's a rock, let alone someone who moves and has got thought processes. Even a rock which does not move, and to our knowledge cannot think, to our knowledge, has got this spark deep inside it. And the same spark is inside you. And we can reach this spark via any prayer. Prayers are mystic words, mystic sounds, letting go of our material and getting hooked with the spiritual. 99% of the world is very latched onto the material, and therefore 0% spiritual, and some are in between. So we are right now going to take a deep spiritual dive into the heart of things inside yourself. With closed eyes, I'm going to say Om, Om, Om. You are in the deepest part of your heart. You are inside the spark of the divine, inside everything. And with your third eye, you can see the spark of divine in everything and everyone, in everything and everyone. And there are just two ways. Either you see it in others and then see it inside yourself, or you feel it and see it inside yourself, which we are doing. And then you see it in everything and everyone. So that everything and everyone has the divine spark. And you can see with your third eye the divine spark in the heart of everything. And you are in the center of the spark. When you are in the center of the divine energy. Just feel that you're sitting in the center and you see in this spark, in this microscopic spark, you have to see millions, billions of universes, millions and billions of lives that you have gone through. This huge, infinite ocean of this creation, that creation, you have crossed over in different ships, aka bodies. And at this moment, you are totally at peace. Now, to become fully enlightened, you have the power to see the divine in everything and everyone, including all that hurt you, including all that caused suffering. Even in Satan, you can see the divine spark. So you go beyond all judgments and you are in the divine spark within yourself, sitting in total silence, seeing the millions and billions of galaxies and universes around you. You're one with the basic vibration of Om. 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 Now, at this very second, you do a revolution inside yourself. Everything that you are seeing, the galaxies, the infinities that you have found inside the divine spark, inside your heart, this that you have unlocked with your imagination and with the praying of Om, this is the real reality. The world in which you function as a body with a name, face, in which everything is changing, is a non-reality. So the reality in your heart is never affected by whether there is COVID, whether there is death, whether there is gain, whether there is loss. And the gain and loss may be of name, reputation, money, sensual pleasures or loss of sensual pleasure. That's all. But these things of the external world, when you are living on this planet with a name and a face, are transitory, are illusory because they are changing. But the infinity of the divine spark, where you're located right now, this is the absolute, absolute, absolute reality. Oh. Offer from the deepest part of the divine spark gratitude, appreciation, fearlessness. Send out fearlessness to all the people on the planet suffering, to all the seen and unseen who are suffering in this creation, in other creations. Oh, our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Father meaning the Creator. Hallowed be thy name means me, the magic of the saying of your name. Enable everyone on heaven as in earth. That means everywhere, unconditional. On this day means this very second. Give me my daily bread, not the physical bread, but the spiritual abundance which is flowing to you. And forgive us our trespasses. The trespasses in the Lord heart, there are no trespasses. So it's a trick question. But you have to let go of all anger and judgments at others. That is what the saying is. Lead us from temptation of becoming material and take us to the eternity, the divine reality in the deepest part of our heart. And heart is pure, unconditional love. And that is why you, when you don't have the name and face, but when you operate when we operate as a golden divine light, we are like God. From the golden center of your heart, keep sending out as rays, because that is, you are like the star burning for others. Om. 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 Spread joy, spread love, spread light, spread laughter, which the world is lacking, to everything and everyone unconditional. Om Bhurvasa Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodaya. Om Bhurvasa Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodaya. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sakhinam Sarve Shantu Nirabhayam Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kasyat Dikte Bhavat. Om Astu Ma Satmaya Tamso Ma Jyotirmaya Mrityum Ma Amritamaya. Om. Know that right now you are in the true absolute reality, and the world in which we operate is transitory, illusory. Develop your spiritual powers so that you can manage the material world with all its ups and downs with total equanimity. Just enjoy it as a show without getting too serious about it. You have to be very serious only that you can serve the others. That's the one thing that maybe you should be serious about. Nothing else. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. So yesterday, as I told you, I had a cold and I took the cold medicine, but I also made sure that my will was there. You never know. Be appreciative of each and every single second in this world of COVID. And if you suffer for a higher cause, then I want to have relationship with people who look like me or whatever. Fine, there's a lot of absurdity in life. Be realistically by being a spiritual force. There's nothing else to be done. Just focus on your heart. Say any prayer. Focus into your diamond heart, golden sparking heart. And I'm going to initiate every one of you And just with Om, have a burst of pure knowledge that with closed eyes, the diamond heart and whatever you see is the absolute real reality. Whatever you see when you're functioning and operating on this planet with a name and face is a transitory, means not permanent, means not worth it to get serious about. Oh, Catherine. Oh, Om Chi. Om.